I don't think, as long as we don't sell it.
I mean, we're not selling those?
We are.
Oh, we are? Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Sussy then.
everything we make we sell. Of course we're live.
Oh, we're live. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
That is the Peepo. The one and only. Oh, what up, Lucy? Welcome to this edition of Town Hall number, whatever number we're on.
The big number. The biggest number to date.
68. I'm just going to go with that. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of updates. We could start off with the Jay's 2 cents. I know everybody watches Jay's 2 cents, 3 cents.
I think like 700,000 people watched Jay's 2 cents.
That video was lit. Maybe you could put it on the screen while we talk about it. Miss Haley's. Oh, have you been introed into Town Hall, Haley? No. Do you want to? Okay. Well, she's gonna introduce herself behind the camera. That's Haley. Oh no.
We're having some technical difficulties.
Oh yeah.
Not because of Haley.
So John, Mr. John, he's not here anymore. As in this room, but he's still with us.
In the building.
In the building and at the company. Oh, don't play the course. The ad.
Wait, how did you guys cue it up straight to the Corsair ad with a little Adobe ad in the bottom?
No, John is like rolling right now. He's like, oh my god, I give them town hall for one
This
day.
is what I get for answering support tickets during town hall. Oh,
Wait, is it good?
oh.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So this is Jay's 2 cents, and Jay has our HYTE Y60, and Jay is kind of synonymous with being kind of tough on cases, and
Yeah.
so this was like a really big deal that he really enjoyed the Y60, and not just that, but he like identified all the little details that we as a development team were able to put into the product, and so like that always feels really good. I know that Brad and Alex and I on the product team really enjoy it when someone on the media like really picks up on all the little details.
Yeah.
And like Jay just really figured that out. Like even down to the grommets, like figuring out the little pattern if you put a cable through
I
it,
was
sort of
in the
ruins
lab when
grommet.
you guys were
Yeah.
designing that. I'm like, that is a really good idea because like most of the cases out in the market right now have like that car wash flaps.
The chiclet tee.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like just picture like when you go to those automated car washes with the flappy thing. So like it looks okay when nothing's being passed through, but when you run the cables through it, kind of just looks like non-cohesive, just like noodles, basically like Alfredo noodles.
We like to design our cable grommets for cables.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have realistic design standards for cables.
Like
We design our computer cases to have cables.
like actual cables.
Real beauty involves cables. So.
Another thing that Jay was talking about towards the end that he was like surprised, like his expectations are really like small per se because we're a new brand.
Well, no, he flat out said
Yeah.
he had low expectations
Yeah.
because it was iBuyPower.
Yeah,
And
yeah. He had like it's like okay, they just cut off the corner of the case and called it a day. And then when he got into it, he was pointing out all the little details and even mentioned like the tooling cost a lot, you know what I mean? Like because just by looking at it and by him reviewing tons and tons of cases, you can immediately look at this and be like, "Oh, okay. These guys went the extra mile and all the little nuances, little details to get everything to cohesively fit together stands out. Like even the vent grill, like how ours is like at a diagonal as opposed to what everybody in the industry does, the copy paste.
And doing the unbroken lines, getting something that just truly looks unlike anything that is out there. Watching Jay's video has been a complete utter enjoyment this week. And watching it up on the screen right now and watching him go through absolutely everything, even highlighting our fans, like he was the first person I feel like even commented about the fan design.
Right.
Which
right.
I like. Those fans were freaking difficult for us to get the factory to even produce.
Exactly. So like for him to point that all out, especially on a case that like you, Rob, this has been like in front of your eyes for a very long time. So every little corner, nook, and cranny you've been a part of. So for him to recognize
I feel seen, I feel validated, and I feel a warmth of compassion I haven't felt in decades.
Okay. Are you gonna propose to next?
No, I'll say that about the next reviewer that talks nice about my product too.
Well, yeah. And also Paul also took a look at it as well. Put up Paul's hardware. You can switch the camera back just for a little bit while you pull up Paul's. And yeah, I mean Paul's another reviewer that's well known in the community, and seeing him super excited about the Y60 as well. And his the way his thought process of configuring the components and the placement of the IO as well.
Yeah,
So,
Paul did a double radiator build, right?
Yeah,
Liquid cooled graphics, liquid cooled CPU, and
he saw the opportunity to just screw it. We'll just do both. You know what I mean? Why not both type of thing?
I feel like what Paul did with this build Well, he configured the BIOS, and then he checked the system performance, and maybe we could skip forward a little bit. And I think that what Paul really did was he tried to make like a real contemporary concept of what a 2022 system is, and that's what we try to do with the case. We designed it in mind with the idea that the majority of people are going to be building with AIOs. And
The
almost
AIOs are the future.
yeah, and almost no one will be building with an air cooler, right? And so we wanted to design the Y60 as a case that 80% of the people are absolutely going to love, and not try to stretch it so that absolutely everybody could.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be the case for everybody, and
True,
we didn't
true,
we
true.
didn't want it to be compromised in
Yeah.
that regard. And so Paul really sort of showed what it is people want in 2022 and how you could realistically build like a really great computer without all the headache of custom loop stuff or any of the difficulties to get both your GPU and your CPU liquid cooled pretty easily.
I mean, the Y60 is a very future momentum type of case. Like, there's no more SLI, no one's running SLI anymore. Like, when people say,
It's very streamlined.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking like you hear the term future proof a lot, you know what I mean?
It's the concept of future proof is pretty bullshit, and I've been designing cases for over 10 years now, and I it's always the conversation about how a new case starts usually starts with like, what don't we want to support anymore? And so you always go through these sort of discussions where it's like, oh well, do we still need 170 millimeters for an air cooler?
Right.
Do we still need to support 6 hard drive bays? Do we still need to support multiple graphics cards? Do we still need to have I remember we made like the first case that got rid of the optical bays with the H440.
Yeah.
And every time you do something like that,
People are like haters.
there's going to be it's a learning experience for the whole market. And like I was going through the comment section on YouTube because you're kind of watching the consciousness of the customer base totally grow, especially with half height PCIe, because the way that launching a product like this works is it's a catalyst for a new type of conversation.
Exactly. Yes.
Where someone goes, oh my god, it's a showstopper for me because I have full-size PCIe capture card and I just absolutely can't buy this case because
Right,
it
right.
and then they're like, oh, I have been meaning to buy a new capture card, and then oh, the new capture cards are all half height, and then it just the conversation starts to go and click, and you realize that the case is actually a little bit ahead of what you
where
already
the market,
own.
yes.
Yeah.
And then like the optical drive people that were like, probably
I
shitting
still
on,
saw the comments on
or-
YouTube like
well,
yesterday.
Yeah, like how many cases do you see released in the 5 years with optical hard drives?
the-
But when you're at the forefront of removing them, like,
and that's the key point, right? If you want an optical drive case, there are hundreds of
yes,
choices
yes.
that have been out for decades that you can go and have your pick of any of those cases that have an optical drive. But what about the people who didn't want an optical drive? Like, they get their first choice, and that's
Exactly.
kind of what we're doing here with the half height and built-in vertical graphics. Is now the people who say they don't need full height PCIe finally have one choice.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people kind of look at it from a me, but
Their point of view.
yeah, but there's
without any foreshadowing of where their needs in the next 3 years,
yeah,
or what other people need, or where their market's going to be.
yeah,
Especially when with us, like we're so connected with the industry, we can kind of see what's releasing. You can see the patterns of where things are going to be, and kind of pivot and create a product that will be relevant for the customer not only today, but in the next 3 or 4 or 5 years.
and that's the difficult part of trying to be an innovative company, especially a new innovative company. We've got no track record of innovation. In fact, some would say we're bogged down by the relationship to iBuyPower,
Right.
And Jay straight up said that, right? Like he
Yeah.
didn't have. I heard this from another reviewer who has not published a video yet, but I know everybody is waiting for his video. A lot of the media that when we read, so I don't know if everybody has this understanding at home, but a lot of YouTube media don't want to review cases. They're so tired of getting a case that's like a little different, and then they have to go and do a whole video on it and try to explain what it is that matters. And everybody was skeptical when we reached out, like, hey, we've got something new. Do you want to take a look at it? And then when they got it, it was like, okay, you
Yeah.
guys are living 3 years in the
You
future
guys are
here.
living in 3022.
Yeah, and
After and when they first see it, they're kind of write it off like, oh, okay, it's not a brand I don't know. One minus 2 points. They don't have a tracker. Minus 2 points. Oh, connected to IV power.
yeah,
Minus another 3
yeah.
points.
There's
And
no
then,
video by Gamers Nexus minus 1,000.
yeah, and it just compounds it. Like it's not all over TikTok. Why if no one's building in this case, there's nothing out there. Why even give it a chance?
Undateable.
Yeah, literally.
And so like, but the real fun about making like cases specifically, like a case more than any other component that goes into building the system is like, it's the thing that pulls the whole system together. It's
Right.
the identity, it's the form, it's how all the
glue.
components really talk to each other.
The bread
And
of
so
a sandwich.
so with the ATX spec being what it is for so long, but seeing like different limbs of the system grow and then shrink, and what we've seen with NVMe SSDs going straight into the motherboard really opens up a lot of the volume of the space to get sort of reorganized, and the liquid cooling allowing the cooler to get sort of moved around and be a little bit more flexible with that space.
Yeah.
That's what results in this, and taking those risks and trying to do things that the market is not currently doing. The market's not used to that, right? Like most of the products that have come out in the last 3-4 years look exactly the same. They might add a grill, they might add some glass, they might make it white, they might
the pattern in the vent.
Yeah,
and call it a day.
it's totally superficial, and it's totally designed not to scare the customer base. It's designed to be comfortable and familiar, and all at the risk of being boring, because they can guarantee those sales. And we wanted to do something that was a bet on the future of the personal computer.
Exactly. Let's see it in the chat. See we're replying in chat. I wanted to.
We got some questions about shipping times.
Yeah. HYTE brand is already replying to that, but I wanted to
Whoa.
piggyback on anyone else waiting on Zen. First of all, if you have any questions or about your order, ETAs, anything like, go ahead and message us through our website. We are a little backed up right now.
Let's add some color to that. So, I know that people are submitting. We're getting a lot of tickets right now on Zendesk.
Yeah.
And
Like
so to give you guys an idea, before we launched the Y60, we really just had the Revolt 3, and we were maybe getting like 2 support tickets a day, if that. And right now we're getting almost 100 support tickets a day. And it's not due to any sort of quality concerns. It's a lot of, hey, did my order ship?
Or general questions.
Yeah, what about, does this work? Is that compatible? Is this going to fit? How come my order says processing? When is this going to ship? How is it going to ship? And we really just have one guy handling support right now, and his name is John, who you might know.
Mr. TownhHall Daddy himself.
Yeah, missing from TownhHall today. John is currently handling support tickets. So we are getting wiped right now, and we are doing our absolute best to catch up. If you feel like your support ticket is lagging a bit, please come and see us on our Discord. I'm helping out with Discord. You're helping out with Discord. We got Brad on Discord. Haley's on Discord with us. And John, when he gets out from all those tickets, he's also helping us with Discord. So just like, please bear with us. The amount of sales that we are currently dealing with on the Revolt versus, I'm sorry, going from the Revolt to the Y60 is like a lot more. Like,
we were not expecting,
based
on Revolt. So it is a little backed up.
I think we oversold our initial forecast 10x already. It's like, I can't overstate to you how much the response has been amazing, but it is extremely difficult for us to just keep up with the amount of customer contact that you guys are asking for right now. So just bear with us. And again, if you feel like we're lagging a little bit, it's not due to negligence. It's not due to a lack of caring. Please come and see us on the Discord where we have a little bit more agility to deal with questions. Yeah, any other color you want to add about support?
Yeah, basically in a nutshell. But we want to make sure everyone gets the care and attention, and make every one of you are very important to us, and you obviously are excited about the product as much as we are, and we want you guys all to have it.
Should I answer a question about the name?
Where is the name? I totally forgot. Where
So
the Y60 come?
so like
Did you just say Y?
I mean, there's
60 times.
no, there's a couple things that it like we a couple reasons we went with the Y. I don't know if how well stream can see it, but if you could see the panel here, the shape that's like right here on the 45 degree, it kind of goes into a Y shape and splits. And so the idea was the front of the Y60 is not actually at the front, and it's not at the side. It's sort of at the 45 degree, which is kind of that Y shape. And that design language was like one of the first things we thought of when we started to do the Y60 design. Originally, it had the codename Element, and then when the Y60 came on, it was just so easy to like. We started to call it that, and then it stuck so easily. We're like, that's it. It works.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Rolls off the tongue. Why?
Like, why not?
It's like, Mom, why? Like, it's really built into that sort of child brain of like, I want to say it, I want it in my mouth, and I want more of it.
Hello. Hello. Let's segue into.
I think Lucy said, what GPU is this? If Brad's on the stream, he can answer. It's a Gigabyte GeForce RTX. I think it's a 3070.
It looks a little small for a 3070.
Maybe
it feels like a 3070. So, what's a 3070? Don't quote us on that.
And if you guys have any questions, like about the process, how do we do the stuff? Like, how do we come up with the design? How do we decide what features? Any of that's like behind the scenes questions. We would love to hear them. Does it fit a 3090 Ti? It'll fit a 4090. Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Can't say 4090, can we?
Can we say 40? I mean, it's not confirmed. But
I mean,
there's a lot of articles.
It'll fit something that eventually will be called a 4090.
Look how much room there's so much room for activities here. Well, we don't know the exact dimensions of the 40 series coming out, but there's so much extra. There's no way it can be an extra 3 or 4 inches. But in case it is,
I mean, I don't. Are we even allowed to confirm a 4090? Are we an authority?
I don't know. NVIDIA police
NVIDIA
gonna come and not, they're gonna come.
There's gonna
put bags over our heads.
There's gonna be a leher jacket at the door in a couple seconds. Going
like Jensen's gonna hit you up right now and be like, yo, cut that.
Does an Elgato fit in there above the GPU? So yeah, all the modern Elgatos are shipping as half height cards, and they come with the half height and the full height bracket. So you might just have to switch from a full height to half height bracket, and it'll totally fit in there. Anyone having any order cancellation issues? Wadre, like we were just saying, we're working on catching up with tickets. We try to get to tickets within 2 days.
Wadre.
Yeah, go through the Discord, send a mod mail with your ticket number, and we'll try to get to it really quickly.
Should we do some HYTE up setup round 5?
Sure. The HYTE up setups now, they have Y60s in there.
Yeah.
I think that's like cheat mode.
So now you can win, and since you already have a Y60, you have a chance to win an HG10.
Oh, shit.
Which is a super sick headphone. We have one right here, actually.
Let's see, in the design phase, was there any thought for a 360 mil? It totally fits a 360 mil on the top.
This is the HG10 in your face.
And if Jeffy, if you put them on the Y60, just look at how perfect they look. Like, just, I don't know about that, but yeah, it's like we plucked a Y60 or we plucked the HT10 growing off of the Y60. Like
It literally gave birth to it.
Yeah.
So it pushed it out, and this is its baby, and its name is HG10. And it has a 2.4 connection, so you can use it for gaming.
Yeah, radio frequency, not Bluetooth, low latency. I know on our marketing we're saying 30 hours of battery life, but the factory just double checked it. We're at like 36 hours of
really?
battery life.
That's huge.
Lucy's asking again, like a bigger radiator, like 480. So Lucy, I don't know if you know cases like the Switch 810 that we did at NZXT, and we were like really chasing those super top tier water cooling customers. The fact is there's just not enough market there, and so the amount of money that we spend on tooling, like the budget on this, we're talking over $1 million of R&D and development, and that means that we have to be able to sell to a sort of a mass market. If you look at like I think it was Case Labs, right? Case Labs, the one where they come flat packed.
Yeah.
That stuff is all like sheet aluminum that's cut and stamped. There's the development cost on that stuff is much lower, and so they can afford to go after this 480 millimeter type customers. Whereas here, when you spend $1 million developing like tip top high quality case, you got to make sure that you're reaching everyone who wants that. And when you start to try to make accommodations for 480 millimeter radiators, the
Very
cost,
small market, yeah.
you're gonna add a lot of unit cost for something that like 0.1% of
like
the
20
customers
people
are
with
gonna,
480. Like,
Yeah.
when's the last time you try searching 480 on Amazon right now and see how many results pop up?
And the truth is, it's even still difficult to take advantage of that. We are working on some cooling options that I can't go into details about, but there's some secret features of the Y60 that no one has noticed yet that will destroy a 480 millimeter radiator.
Yeah.
So
And plus the 280. So
280 plus 360.
This is the limitation of a 280, right? But if you make it thicker, you can make up the capacity by double by just making it. And look how much room you have on this side. So super room for activities, and you can probably put fans on both sides too, depending how thick.
I think the way to think about it is a 480 millimeter is like a V12 engine, and what we're gonna do is the electric motor equivalent that's gonna destroy that old school V12. Yeah.
V12s aren't efficient. That's why you see like BMW going back down to V8s with turbos, because when you're on idle, you don't need the extra 4 cylinders wasting your gas.
And then you end up with all this equipment that in 2 years is out of date, right?
Yeah.
So
what are you gonna do with your 480?
At the end of the day, what you're buying is technology, and you're buying that to help you become a more capable individual. And 2 to 3 years down the line, you're going to want to do that again, because the orders of magnitude that computers are currently progressing, you kind of want an agility in your investment. So we're trying to be smart with how you guys spend the money to get the best ROI out of your gaming performance. With all that said, I think some HYTE up setup.
Yep, round 5. Let's see it.
Jeffy is ready to rip apart these systems. Yeah.
Ooh. First time seeing it.
This is the wrapped one, right?
Is that wrapped?
Yeah, this was up on our Discord.
Really? Ain't no way. Wait, no, go back. Go back. Relax.
Come on.
Relax, Higgledy.
Oh, no. Go forward. Go back. There you go.
Is that wrapped?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, yeah, it is wrapped.
Yeah. So, but this is the first wrap. This is the first, like, we haven't even wrapped a Y60
Yeah,
yet.
I know.
So, really exciting to see this happen. And what I love about this is this was originally a black one, I believe. And so,
oh, really?
Yeah. So, a lot of people really want the white. And as you know, our whites are extremely limited right now, but we had the black available for delivery.
Yeah.
This customer ended up buying a black, wrapped it orange.
Yeah.
They fixed the problem.
And and you can change it to any color you want. You can, if you want like a white, you can probably get like a different kind of shade of white, like a pearl white,
Yeah.
and it's not that hard to wrap.
And you can see it looks really smooth, even though the texture for the paint is a matte paint.
Yeah.
When you wrap it, it comes out really clean. Yeah. And I see Lucy complain about the bubbles, but come on, man, it is the first
Yeah.
wrapped Y60 ever.
And he might just, I don't know how many
Yeah.
wrap jobs this guy has done.
Yeah, I give him mad props for trying.
Yeah.
You know, it's really easy for all of us to sit here and be like, I'm
Yeah,
just
or-
not gonna try today.
Or
because,
the type of wrap, if you don't know if it's like a Avery or 3M, there's
Yeah.
and the way he applied it, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, if you have you want to give wrapping a go, it does take a lot of practice before you can get it nice and smooth.
And orange, like he
Yeah.
went with a color that like, try to buy an orange case right now.
Right, right,
Like
right.
I like that he made it his own. He bought the orange fans, he did the orange tubes, got the orange cables. I mad props for that setup.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, super props. Maybe like try to maybe you can accent some orange highlights on the GPU to like it pop a little. Other than that,
Maybe I don't know if anyone has noticed this yet, but we color match the power button to the color of the case. So you can see the case was originally black. It still has the black power button.
yeah.
And maybe get the little orange up in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll cut it with a little X-Acto knife.
Yeah, I like this. Nice job. Oh shit. Full custom loop. Very nice. I would have liked, you know, it doesn't look like there's any LEDs up on the top, but that would have made everything sort of light up a little bit better. But this is one of the first custom loops I've seen in here. And like seeing how they mounted the pump res and everything looks really good. I'm seeing a lot of like purple. People are really digging the black and purple on
That's a
the
good
Y60
combo.
right now.
That's soft tubing, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like soft tubing.
Yeah. It's a really cool GPU block too.
Yeah, yeah. Like there's so much room to
Oop.
mount.
Haley's
Sorry,
over it.
I'm watching it on stream because I don't have my glasses, but that's the perfect place to mount a res.
Yeah.
It's just all negative space there.
And what I like just between this build and the last build, what you could see is like not everybody wants the same kind of setup, right? Like I'm seeing a lot of comments from people who are talking about like so de facto about everybody wants this and everybody wants that, and like you can very clearly see between the last photo and this photo just how wide the spectrum is between people's desires for their own personal computer. And trying to be mindful of all that is really difficult, and I think that these two photos really show that wide wide capability.
The spectrum
Yeah,
of where it can go.
Yeah, gorgeous.
All right, next. Now you can go next. Sorry, Haley's.
Oh, we got this one's actually like placed in the usable setup here. Digging the pink fans. I'm wondering what's up with the other fan though. Like, is it maybe an animation was running? I like that he's got the RGB fans up top. And I do like that like it's actually placed. Like he has his Y60 the way where I have my Y60. In fact, we designed the Y60 explicitly for that type of orientation where like you have your mouse in your right hand, and so if you want to get at your USB, get at your power button, it's all right there. Yeah, it looks great.
Okay, go.
Oh, this is this the one that was up on Reddit on PC Master Race?
That graphics card is like the graphics card.
That's I have that graphics.
Yeah, exactly. That is the graphics card for the white.
This is the I had an MSI like no RGB 3090 and I sold it to go and get an EVGA FTW 3 because there's RGB all around the card. Like there's a logo on the end of the card that you could see from the 45-degree.
And it sucks with a conventional case that's just pointing down.
Gone.
Yeah. So like you have this really neat and unique graphics card that's just facing down.
Yeah.
So to have it highlighted and then to match it with the fans and the AIO and the RAM.
Yeah, this is super sick, and you know I think those are the Lee and Lee fans. I'm seeing a lot of people use the Lee and Lee fans in the Y60, and the way they sort of connect all the way around really matches up with the lines on the floor and the ceiling.
The corners of those fans match the lines of the Y60, like the corners.
And then the having the rear fan. So, you know, I know everybody. We designed the case to be taken. All the photos are. I don't know if anyone's noticed. all the photos are taken from the exact same angle.
Yeah.
Like if we were to produce a video, it'd be like
It's the beauty side.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know.
But if you took a photo from the true front of the case, what's really cool is you'll be able to see more of your fans, more of your radiator, and like any other case out there, you're really getting like a two-dimensional look.
Right.
And then on top of that, you're getting like 2 inches of bezel around any of the glass you do have. So like that rear fan, you can't see that in most cases. And those front fans, you wouldn't be able to see. So like total bikini look right here on the Y60.
It just shows off everything.
Yeah.
Another angle I like is having like this specific shot, but lowering it maybe like another few inches so you can see the fans in it. Because I see there's on the top he has more RGB fans mounted. So you just see like a line of fans go from the side to the top to the back.
My favorite angle is actually if you take the photo from like behind the case, and then you kind of can see like you see a lot in there. Whereas normally like it's all blocked by the front panel.
Right.
I would almost challenge people, if you're gonna start sending in some HYTE setup stuff, find us some weird angles that like your specific build looks awesome in, and you'll get some extra props. And I know there's questions in the chat. We're gonna come back to those in a little bit. Damn, that just got sent in the alpha chat like a couple hours ago. Super clean build.
I like the color on those fans because it kind of it kind of
same graphics card.
It pairs well with the desk, like the actual wood desk. Like having no one really does that warm color, but it looks very like tavern, Skyrim vibes.
Home. It feels like home, right?
Yeah. So that's a good way to integrate it with everything.
It's like if you're living in a space station and you're trying to remember Earth, kind of vibe. And this is that angle you were talking about here.
Yeah,
and
this is my favorite angle because it literally makes, you know, like the letter N or something, and it looks like it's all flowing through the fans.
I know a lot more people have been taking it with the wide angle lens that's on the iPhone, but what's really cool, if you do the 3x zoom lens on like the iPhone Pros, holy, like it looks so objective. It looks like something was plucked out of the computer and like doesn't even look like it's in reality. Like it's a fake object in reality. Awesome. And one thing I've been a little surprised with is a lot of people have been running the GPU power through the grommeted 24 pin area. Not a lot of people are using the cable holes down in the floor. And I think we're gonna have to investigate that. Like it doesn't look bad. Like I think we've come up with like a new style of how to do this, or either that most people who have ever done a vertical GPU before, they're just used to not having like a proper hole to be able to do it.
So everyone's just like, oh, just goes here. So everyone's just trained after building. I mean, when you change the game, you gotta
video killed the radio star kind of thing.
You gotta train everybody else.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. We'll train you.
How to train your Y60.
Another night, like I really like these when you get the full setup here, because we designed the Y60 not to be like this abstract computer case that, like it's you know, like you said, the other cases are designed like a shoebox.
We on its side.
Yeah, and we try to design this around like how you actually use it, right? Like you're building a whole ecosystem of entering the digital space, right? You have your keyboard, you have your mouse, you have your mouse pad, you have your monitor. The computer physically should be designed to enable you to more express yourself digitally. And like seeing this here and seeing people place them here, it's so nice. And I like, this is kind of like an old school build with the blue LEDs. Dude, like when LEDs first started to come about in computer cases, it was just like all blue. Like before RGB, it's just blue LEDs because blue made it colder. Yeah.
Blue was like the move because it was so different than all the other lights out at the time. You know what I mean? It just popped the most.
Yeah.
And now like the LED has gone in so much more efficient and better. Like I think magenta is the move now. You see a lot of that deep
pink,
hue, like pinkish magenta. and like teals and purples as well. They look really good now.
You kind of end up with the RGB. What happens is like when you break into that new technology, like we were saying with that cable management hole, you're still sort of mirroring the old ways.
Right.
So like the first time you go to RGB, you're gonna do your blues and then your reds, and then after that you get a little tired, so you
Yeah.
start to go to maybe the oranges and then
Or
the pinks.
what I see like Bitwit and these other like YouTubers, they usually do a two-tone or like random XP. So everybody, since RGB's been so prevalent, everyone leaves it on the rainbow throw up mode.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's like the flex mode.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
look at how many diodes I have.
Exactly.
Look at how many 2.1 millions of colors it's gonna cycle
right.
through, and like they're all in harmony, or they're
or
not in
not in
harmony.
harmony.
So the only
Exactly.
way I can make them look like they're in harmony and still flex on you
Yeah,
fuckers is to put
yeah.
them on a rainbow.
So now to stand out, people are being more mindful of mix and matching like two tones.
Restraint.
Yeah. So making it like turning it back, and by turning it back, it's kind of like a riced out Civic. You know what I mean? It like stands out, but not. If you have a shopping cart spoiler and your Black Widow
Intentional.
Yeah. Versus like a really clean Civic that's all stock, but just really clean.
Yeah.
And that it's the same thing. Like turn back the RGB a little bit and let the components and the lines of the actual system shine more.
Work in harmony together, not overpowering one or the other. And what I like here too is like this person bought a Y60 early, right? Because they've got a white one, which is super rare right now.
Right.
So they had the white keyboard, they had the white mouse. I wonder if they had a white case before. Whether they had a white case before, they were like, I know I want the white one. I'm putting the money down now. And they got in before we slipped out to like June delivery dates.
Right.
So like mad props for them to like go for it. They got it early.
What's your favorite color out of the three?
So I have a white one at home, and I love the whole white and black. But the red one was like my baby. Like we originally weren't gonna make the red one, like because it didn't make sense to go and do that. And I'm so glad we did, because I think that opens people's own minds into like seeing that orange. I don't know if that guy would have done an orange one if he didn't see that we had done a red one. And so it's kind of like the genesis of color, right? And I hope we make more colored versions.
Yeah, I mean the red one, the way if you saw the pictures of a photo shoot at his house, like he has little red accents throughout his room, so it kind of just ties everything in his room.
Yeah.
I personally like the white one for the sole reason is because it's white, you can paint the case with color.
Yeah.
So you having like me having outside accent colors pointing at the case can make it turn blue or green, and it just soaks it.
It's like a projector screen.
Yeah, like I don't know, like if you guys follow Kim Ferry, she did a pink setup, and then she did like a green setup,
and it just changes the whole concept.
And I'm like, whoa.
I have seen though people have been doing it with the black one as well, and so with the white one or the black one or the red one, the interior is all black. So the idea there is, if you had some mismatched component or you just had a de facto black component, it doesn't look out of place. But like even in this one, you could see there's quite a lot of blue sort of shining on the inside, and that's because we went with that textured matte, which can also soak up some of the color. So if you do end up with just getting getting a black one because you couldn't get a white, understand like that interior effect is still very much the same. So
by making it black, it does the play of like complementing contrasting colors. You know? Like when you have an outfit that's all
white,
like if you have a tracksuit that's all green,
too much.
As opposed to like having different shades.
I like how you're wearing all green today.
Yeah, but it's all green, but it's different shades of green, so it plays off. It's just different contrasts.
But yeah, you get that feeling of like not everything has to be white, because there's some black to the case, and then get some black components, all good.
Yeah,
cool.
Most of the components are gonna be black.
I think we go to the next one, Haley. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I think if you want to scroll up through the questions, we got a couple questions there.
And then we'll talk about system versus customs,
Sure.
And then we'll do a giveaway. Haley.
Let's see.
Well, let's do questions first.
A little bit up. So that looks like a McLaren. I think you could scroll down. McLaren next. Bubbles. Yo, purple chroma tint would be nice. I wrapped my phone a couple times. Revolt 3. Any pink in the near future? I think
I want to do a pastel pink.
like I want to do those renders, right? Did we get a bunch of tweets? Because I remember the last time I was on here, I was like, what colors should we be making here? I need people to tweet at us.
Yeah, I do want to see a pastel pink one.
The Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
So
like,
we did that at NZXT as like an April Fool's for the
Right.
Phantom, and then the outpour for it was so strong, and then no one bought them. No, we like actually made it. If you go to the factory,
one-offs.
if you go to the factory where we manufacture cases, there are just like random cabinets and stuff painted Pepto-Bismol pink because they were left with so much extra pink paint in the factory.
Yeah. No,
If we did it, I would do it as like a hot pink. Like I don't know if I want to be in the same room because that case is so pink. That's the way I want to do it. Like,
okay.
yeah.
I would want to see it like in a little, just like a little pastel type of
pastel.
Pink. I like pastel, especially with like Mochi Crafts Conferi type setups. You know,
maybe you could do like you could put like the 3M wrap on top of the hot pink, and that'll kind of like downplay it a little bit. What is it, like the ppm?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to do a 360 AO on top and two 140 mil fans on the side. What airflow orientation do you guys recommend for the Y60? You definitely want those the side fans as an intake. This has been something. Even Steve Burke, when we first posted the video at Gamers Nexus, he's like, "Hey, your fans are backwards," and we're like, "Oh, we're right." You want those fans on the side as an intake. That will totally help support getting air into the case, keeping it as a positive airflow.
That's the main thing. Positive airflow. That's the move. It feels the dust filters are not going to do its job, and it's going to start.
Yeah,
you don't want air to start being pulled from like these crevices because there's no dust filters in this.
We designed the case assuming you're going to buy at least one AIO, and that again to keep the cost down and keep them MSRP at $200, we had to make some decisions. And so that meant not including those side fans, but it's totally meant for you to put in AIO or two fans on the side as an intake.
The AIOs usually come with the fan as well, so we figured that would be the best way.
We didn't want to have any waste.
Yeah.
Looks pretty with the HYTE app for the keyb. Also, I was like, HYTE app? How does Silsky know about our HYTE app? You're not supposed to know about the HYTE app. Well, HYTE app for the keyb also control the other HYTE products, the HD10 or the teased RGB. Did we tease an RGB fans or AIO? I can't.
What is this guy? This guy living?
Dolsky is just on the ball. Like
he's hiding.
There's gonna be like an official, unofficial HYTE documentary that Dolsky's gonna be up on.
Just like there's gonna be a HYTE leaks YouTube channel.
HYTEleaks.com.
Yeah.
HYTE Y60 leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Solsky, I can tell you, just in general, how I feel about like the software that's out there today, whether it's the Corsair software or NZXT software or Lian Li software. They're so disjointed. And Jeffy and I are both sitting here with iPhones. We have AirPods and iPads.
I have all 4 AirPods.
And one of the reasons why Apple Watches, one of the reasons why that works is not just because we're Apple fanboys. It's because they all talk with each other, right? And so I can go to my Apple Watch and be like, I lost my phone. Please help me find my phone. Push this button. That's going to make a sound. And you've got this whole ecosystem of products that are able to talk to each other intelligently. We're in 2022. In Windows, that doesn't fucking exist.
No.
You can have all of this stuff all plugged into each other, and they completely don't know how to talk to each other.
Or if there is some solution, it requires you to go to some open source website, and you have to put in the code. You have to like update your registry. And then, like, the next Windows update, all that work's undone.
Broken. So, with HYTE, I'm like, one of the core beliefs in HYTE is that all of the products should be able to talk to each other. It's silly if you're buying components from the same company and they can't interact with each other. So things like just to give you an idea, our HYTE keyb, will eventually be able to do the fan control on a Y60. That's the idea. So that you could adjust your fan speed or the RGB with your key, and you're having this intelligent conversation that's doing everything for you really easy and really intuitively. So yeah, we're totally on the ball with that. We're gonna do it like that. You should make intake fans that are flipped so you don't see the back hub. This is like a really tricky problem. And I think someone out there makes a fan that like you can flip it so that you're like always getting the right
Yeah.
RGB.
And you like, yeah, so you don't have the mounting,
Yeah.
like the mounting lines. Yeah, because me building computers for a long time, I'm like, oh, it looks so nice. And that's when like Corsair never the RGB fans only had the party on one side, so you
Yeah.
had to turn around. You didn't see any of the RGB.
Dark. Those were the dark era of
Yeah,
RGB.
yeah. Before they made it both sides, so now
Yeah.
it's a little bit easier. But yeah,
W-
that would be a cool solution.
Again, we're kind of coming up on new problems because we're kind of innovating on the way you're using these components. And you know, a lot of, but up until now, almost every case always had those front intake fans that you could see,
Right.
whether it was like NZXT and it was behind the glass, or Corsair, it was just behind the mesh. You were always seeing that intake side for the RGB, and now you're seeing it intaking from the side and exhausting into the case. So this is kind of a new problem, and we're working on trying to figure out how we could do a quality industrial design that looks both, you know,
sides.
looks as good coming as it does going.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, thinking of like these new solutions and like different ways to maybe hide the mounts, but still making sure it has like structural integrity at the same time.
Yeah,
Like,
we definitely want looks over structural integrity. Like, don't touch them. They look good. Put them in. Don't touch them.
Yeah, if they go over 10,000 RPMs, it's gonna fly out your case into the ceiling.
Oh, we answered that one. You guys work with NZXT. I used to work at NZXT as a case PM and like liquid cooler PM, accessory PM. HYTE watches. I think we're good with the Apple Watch. Like if you're if you're a HYTE customer, we fully endorse Apple watches as a quality watch.
Yeah, maybe we
Fight
can,
us
maybe we
over
can get
that.
an app, a HYTE app,
Yeah.
into the Apple Watch.
HYTE Apple Watch.
You know, like, hey Siri, turn on that sick AF RGB, and then it goes.
It does like a little Tesla dance.
Turn on the laser show.
Yeah, we could put a little spectrum thing so you could get the wheel and you can like change the color, or you could like ramp up your fans where like.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
It's a good problem. Maybe maybe we could also do it as like a proximity thing where you can't like log into the computer without like being. We could put like a little RFID reader in there.
Yeah, I mean the idea I wanted is since this has a heartbeat sensor, having it connected to the RGB on your keyboard.
And then when you're like,
so when you're like in
the game,
you're in Valorant 5v1 and you like or like League and you're like I'm the last one alive and you squad wipe the whole team and you see your whole.
And if you're streaming that
you're
too,
streaming that,
so if you're streaming and you have an Apple Watch. And on that Apple Watch, you have the HYTE app. It's out. Go look for it. That Apple Watch is going to talk to your HYTE RGB.
Yeah.
It's going to project your heartbeat into your system that will be live onto your Twitch stream, which will be gaining you followers, which will be making you money. So please support HYTE.
That would be sick. Having like people more integrated. What like you ultimately your audience gets to feel your emotion even more.
Yeah.
Instead of just seeing you like sweat. And like your eyes go up, they literally see your heartbeat like.
Because normally what happens is you just get quiet, and you're just like dead serious into the game.
Yeah. But people don't know. They just see you. They just see you like this, but internally you're like, oh no, oh shit.
If we could sort of upscale your emotion into a digital realm, that'd be really cool. To
express people and to your audience as well, that would be really dope.
Do we have any other questions? Oh, we're live now. Turns on clutch mode. Yeah. If the Apple Watch detects your heart rate over like 150 beats per minute, like it should just go into clutch mode and just like
everything quiet.
Like watch like
your Discord automatically mutes.
We're gonna oh man, there's gonna be like news stories. It's like the new technology that's causing panic attacks in children. Tonight at 11.
They're trying to get their heart rate up for the stream. We create a new society.
They're called HYTE attacks, and your child might be next.
my goodness. You talk about systems versus customs. We're having a little. Are we done with questions though?
Yeah, I think we're caught up now.
Okay. Oh, you could put up the flyer.
Oh wait, someone asked a question. When are we going to be shipping to EU, UK? We are currently shipping to EU. See, you say like EU/UK like it's the same thing, but there was this thing called Brexit, and they're not. So like, it is a real pain in the
We
ass.
can't have nice things because of Brexit.
Well, UK can't have nice things because of Brexit.
Yeah.
So we're actively working on it. They are available in the EU. If you are able to go over and pick it up, I think from Alternate in Germany.
Yeah. So what you do is go to our website, go to the Y60 page, and right underneath the buy button, you're gonna see other links for international, and we're updating that as we get more distributors, for Asia and Europe as well. So if you want like updates, you can go to our Discord, and you can sign up for newsletter as well.
Within the next 2 to 3 months, I would say that we will be fully distributed.
Worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide.
So sit tight, and by that time, like, we'll get the Y60 in everybody's hands.
The Y60. The Y60.
Oh wait, UBY, IB60.
Oh wait. The Y.
This is 6. Does this look like a 6?
Hey Ryan, you need to come be a 0. Be 0. Be a 0. We're gonna print screen this later.
Yeah, we're gonna screenshot this later.
It's fun to play on the Y6. Right,
you gotta do O. You gotta be O.
Oh.
We did it. We did it. Oh yeah, so we're having systems versus customs. There it is. Showdown. You guys.
Is that like the mom and the kid? It's like, mom says you're not allowed to build the computer. She doesn't trust.
Oh,
that's a sister?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Systems versus customs.
Stepsister.
Oh. I mean, there's other issues with that, being that she's like 20 years older than that kid, and that kid is not 18.
Yeah. But it's a thing that we're having. And it's gonna be, if you're a content creator, you're or not necessarily. You just need to be an enthusiast and hyped about the community.
Have an internet connection.
Yeah. But you can sign up to win a full sys?
Yeah. So
full system. I guess.
Either if you're on the system side, you get a pre-built Y60 system that's black. If you're on the DIY side, you get a white Y60.
Whoa, I love it. No one can complain.
Yes.
If you want a system, you get a system. And if you want parts, you get parts.
Right. But signups are still going on. It's gonna be lit. So if you guys follow the link on that flyer.
What side are you? Systems or you?
Wait, no, I'm both. I go both ways.
Yeah. And systems can be a little bit sus, but also, you know, they do a lot.
Sometimes, like, I don't want to I don't want to deal with it. I just want to get on Apex.
That's the thing, as you get older, is you're like, time just starts slipping.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, it'd be fun to build it, and then you're like 4 hours in, and like it doesn't post, and like
after, and then I've been there where you complete a build and you spend like half the day,
and shit is everywhere. Your entire house is covered, and like you reuse some of your old parts, so you're covered in like dirt and dust,
and then it doesn't post. After all that,
doesn't.
And it's worse when you have like a custom loop. And you're like, oh no.
And then you're like, what is it, the power supply or the motherboard? Yeah. And if it was just the system.
Oh, let me do the first simple thing, which is take out the RAM. But you can't take it out because your custom loop hard tubing is in the way. You're like, no.
Have you ever broken anything too? Like, like there's something not working, and then you have to like disassemble something, and then you actually physically break something.
Because like at that point you're just trying to get it fixed.
And you're like, oh.
And then you're just like, you don't have the precision. You're like emotionally compromised.
Yeah.
Yes. So pre-built on that sense.
This is what we're basically describing as being over the age of 30. That's what it feels like.
As you're getting older. Yeah. We're gonna get it at an age, or like as a car enthusiast, I just want like a car that has the best suspension. And
what kind of warranty did that come with? Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah. But to join our Discord.
Yes. iFi Power and HYTE, depending on which side you're on.
Yeah, so if you want to
join both Discords, regardless of side, and talk shit to the other side. But please join both Discords.
Join the Discord. It's for a full system. Sign up. We still have openings on the HYTE side more.
What kind of spec? Do we know specs?
Good specs.
This is 4090 in there?
We don't know the specs yet, but they are good specs.
And the ultimate winner might win one of these.
Ooh, that limited edition Peepo. Yes. And
Haley, what are you? You custom or are you
yeah,
system?
Haley, which way do you roll?
I'm custom.
You custom.
Custom.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do a giveaway now. Haley.
You don't have to be a streamer. You just have to have an internet connection.
Haley, do the.
I think
Nightbot.
there's a little uncertainty around that, right? Like who can join this, and what do you actually have to do to win?
So we're playing. So it's gonna be a 10v10. It's gonna be like a bracketed. We're playing bomb party.
Oh,
So that
okay.
game that you saw. So you guys get on that and practice, because that game gets sweaty.
It's hard.
Yeah, you have to.
And there
be
are some
quick.
words that like you should build up your repertoire of words,
Yeah.
right?
Go to Webster.com and study.
Yeah.
You know. Like eucalyptus. Remember, you can get an extra life by
Using up all your
using
words.
all the letters in the alphabet. And it's a little tough. So, and when you're like literally on a time clock, just think of like a 12-letter word, like, and you have to type
so
it out.
good.
It's a mixture of typing it fast, thinking of the
You
word.
haven't felt this kind of pressure since like 3rd grade spelling test on a
Yeah,
Friday at
yeah.
like 1 in the afternoon
Exactly.
after eating like really terribly delicious cardboard pizza for lunch.
No, Lunchables.
Lunchables.
Do you know what we're giving away?
John says you can give away an HG10. The master has spoken. Mr. Town Hall Daddy
sir.
himself has
Alright.
said an HG10. We're gonna give it away through Nightbot.
So right here is the HG10. See how it looks? Very conveniently matches the aesthetic of a Y60.
Alright,
It does.
it's up. If you type customs,
Everyone,
no exclamation point, no exclamation
no
point.
exclamation points.
Systems if they're on how do systems people win an HG10? Do they have to?
This is a HYTE stream.
Oh, so okay. So if you are willing to whore yourself out to Team Customs just for today, you can also win an HG10.
Yeah, it's the keyword.
Everyone type in customs
Got
if you
it.
want an HG10.
Customs.
What keyboard are we giving away? What'd you say about keyboards? I can't hear anything. It's so isolated.
Haley's gonna crucify you hanging right now. I was like, no, stop saying these words.
More.
Customs, spam it.
We're trying to crash Twitch here, guys.
Sorry. Dewey, is that all?
Oh no, they're
We have
coming in.
8 eligible.
Not custom. Custom.
Customs
With
with
an
a
S.
custom with a S. So custom S.
Oh. I just got some unreleased product designs
Ooh.
for a product that we haven't announced yet. You want to see this?
Yes.
Look at this. Can't say what it is though, but like
Can't, but that looks
yeah,
dope.
yeah. Look at the waifu on it too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I like
Yeah. Stream's gonna love that.
Picasso. I like
Yeah.
it.
John, yes or no, please? Hold on. Okay, well, roll it. Lo-fi.
Oh! Congratulations, Lo-Fi. Here's your
name with
HG10.
everything.
Lo-Fi just clean up house.
Didn't he say he had to like go like at the beginning of the stream? I could have swore he said he had to bounce.
We came back.
He came back? People come back for us? Aw, that's why he wins. Aw.
Oh my goodness.
GG's in chat, please. GGWPs.
Lo-fi won before, right?
Lo-Fi can say GGT2EZs. What a gracious winner. Never mind. What else do we have on the agenda?
According to the schedule, it says we've done everything, and the last bullet is whatever Rob wants.
Oh.
What does Rob want?
Hmm.
What is on Rob's mind?
New products. We have so much stuff coming out.
We do. So I'll let you be the decider of what we can and what.
I think like
Can't
if people want to ask questions about unreleased, unannounced products, let's give them the next 30 seconds to get those questions up, and we will answer those questions.
Yes, 30
Yeah.
seconds starting now.
Unreleased product questions, unannounced product questions. You have 30 seconds to throw the question up. We will answer as many of them as we can. Please go. Oh, we're getting people mic'd up.
Ooh.
Give a little mic for Rob.
A little bit. Can you hear me? Any
Oh, no.
plans for flight gear, joysticks, gamepads?
Wait,
Uh,
what?
No, not at this time. You're gonna see us try to hit all the sort of mass market kind of system peripherals and system components right now. I will say though, like I used to work at Asetek, and they just launched some like really cool pedals. So I would check those out if you're interested in pedals. They use like real like oil in the brake pedal, so it feels like a real brake, like
Right.
that you're pushing in, and there's like a
Ooh.
squeeze to it.
Like tension.
Yeah,
Friction.
yeah.
Nice.
Can you scroll up a little bit, Haley? Just like a half a screen. Let's see. That's good. Cooling or PC? We're doing both.
Why
So
not both?
why not? Why not both? Like,
Right.
you know,
Let's go.
we wanna try to get into this cadence where we're doing a peripheral and we're doing a component. We're doing a peripheral and a component. And that's for the same concept of we cater to system people and we cater to custom people. We're trying to sort of bridge that
Right.
gap. It's really difficult for a company to do both really well, and we're trying to bridge that gap. A bigger case. Have we talked about the Y80? We can't talk about the Y80. Gaming chair or porta potty. I despise gaming chairs.
I mean, if it's a porta potty,
I'm
leaning
so much more open to doing a porta potty.
because while you're gaming, there's like two things that hold you back from a long gaming sesh. It's like you need to drink something and you need to use the restroom.
So we
But
need,
by
like,
integrating
We need
that,
an inlet and an outlet
yeah.
kind of
Just get a
thing.
catheter, bro.
And maybe we could run it through
Yeah.
a radiator.
And maybe you see how there's a lot of room in the Y60. We can put a reservoir here with a straw or tube coming out, so you can drink.
Don't mix them up.
Don't mix it with your fluid, your coolant fluid here, but a separate res. Just drink it out, and then having your porta potty.
And then cap it out.
Cap it out. Alligator is asking, should we be super hype for the stuff coming? Did you just hear what he said? Are you not hype about what he just told you guys? Don't mix up your tubes, but be hype.
Experience.
Experience. Wait, go back up, Haley. Go back up. Down. Too far. Oh, favorite peripheral coming up? Keeb, hands down. I know we announced Keeb back in January. We're making some pretty big changes to it right now, and it's
Huge.
totally the feedback that we've been getting from the market. And you're gonna love it. Also, I think we're lowering the price a little bit on the Keeb,
Yeah.
but we've upped the quality, so big on that.
Huge.
It makes something out of the box. I guess we cut the corner off of it so it's still inside of the box, but the Y80 is outside of the Y60 box.
Very true.
What else we got up there? Can you scroll up a little, Haley? Mini fridge, the KFC KF console. I would do a Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's, they cook their burgers fresh.
Any opportunity we could give our
If
customers.
it's not frozen.
Any opportunity we could give our customers to tell random people on the internet that they are a Wendy's because they have a Wendy's product would be really nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fresh, not frozen.
Yeah.
Experience fresh.
Mini fridge. Nah, that wastes a lot of electricity. Full size fridge.
Right. Maybe convert a Y60 to a fridge.
Modular keyboard with rotary and custom pad extensions. I think we already announced that. I don't know if people know, but you can change the scroll wheels on the key. So like if you want to
be anything you want it to
so
be.
if you get a key and it comes with like the standard scroll wheels, you can like pull them off and go and get like mahogany wheels or like
Imported cedar.
cedar.
Maybe you can get quartz. I don't
quartz.
know.
Yeah, quartz totally works. We're working on doing like a marble wheel and a ceramic wheel. I think that's something no one's really played with yet is the scrolling materials.
Right. Like having everyone has the same exact feel.
Yeah.
Usually that rubber or that great you know.
Yeah. It's either hard plastic
or like a
or
cheese grate type of thing.
hard rubber.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of touching both.
Yeah.
I think you scroll down a little bit. Any plans on any different versions of the keyb? Let us get the first keyb out. I cannot overstate how difficult it has been to make a keyboard. Keyboard versus case, no contest. Keyboards are harder than cases.
I've been in many of these keyboard meetings. The amount of emotional damage it has to put the team through.
It destroys forget LSD. If you want to destroy your ego, try to make a keyboard. Yeah.
That's different. Because you can make a copy paste the one that most people have been doing, but to make an actual keyboard that stands out, that you are proud of, it is.
If you can go to sleep at night and tell yourself that you've done something new in the keyboard world, you deserve rest because you must be tired.
These are full nights, a long rest.
Any cool videos coming with Ryan Turk?
Oh yes, we are actually we're lining up our schedules with him, but our partnership with him still goes on for a while. So we're looking to integrate more things with him in terms of maybe him gaming, streaming, anything, or just events. So stay tuned for that.
Someone's asking about looking to customize a panel keyboard for MS Flight Sim. It's big with the community. It's small options. The scroll wheels because we have two scroll wheels. The way that you have a left and right click on your mouse. So you're fully customizable, just like Jeffy's doing here, where his right wheel and his left wheel are completely independent from each other. This is how you'll be able to play Microsoft Flight Simulator.
See, customizable.
Thusly.
Sorry, Katie.
Our wheels, you'll be able to remap them to be anything, and it's gonna provide like a completely new input experience on desktop computing. Yeah, there's a reason to it took Apple years to develop a functional keyboard. I don't know. Have you seen of all the things that Apple makes right now? Their keyboards are still the most embarrassing. And is that it? Are we all caught up?
I think we are.
Yeah. A mouse, we have I will just flat out say it. We are currently not working on a mouse. If I said we were making a mouse,
it's a lie.
Brad would quit and like HYTE would die, and we can't afford to do that right now.
No.
Yeah.
Mice no go.
Mice are hard. Mice are harder than keyboards because you actually are physically like moving the whole thing.
Right,
if there's a battery in there, you've got to deal with lifespan. You got to do with sensors, and Logitech is just like so far ahead of the game.
They have the sensor they have, like trying to compete with their sensor and their connectivity and their and they make the gold standard. They're so far ahead that if you try to enter the game, unless
there's the reason usually we make a new product is because I come in and I complain about whatever I own. So like if I'm at home and I've got a computer case I don't love anymore, I walk in, I'm like, we're gonna make a new one. But my Logitech G902 scares the shit out of me, and I can't imagine trying to one up that. But I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
This was a great town hall. Sorry, John. I know you're watching. We took your baby and massacred it a little, but I think this was.
Wait, I thought we were just waiting for John to come up to start.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't this like the pre-show?
This is the preliminary pre-show before the town hall That's gonna be 3 hours.
It just shows you guys how committed we are to getting through your tickets, your support ticket. John says he's on his way.
I summoned the peepo. See that?
Yeah.
Sick.
Every time a support ticket is answered, Peepo appears.
Yeah, and
Ta-da! Ta-da! Ta-da!
and
Ta-da!
one happy tear rolls down John's cheek. Tear of joy.
When a ticket gets closed, a Peepo gets its wings. What happened?
Oh, because I'm on my way from Brand.
Oh. That could have been anyone from Hype Brand.
Yeah, and I think that sums up our town hall number 68 or whichever number we're on.
Nice job.
One for the books. I want to thank everyone who came today.
I want to thank our audience.
Thank you, Mr. Peepo. Thanks.
Yeah.
Shout out to Haley.
Wait, it's a guy? I thought Peepo was a...
Oh, what kind of gender?
Is Peepo
He,
they?
she,
They?
it? We don't know.
People's just a frog.
Peepo's a
No
frog.
lies.
It's a frog.
It was once a tadpole, and now it's a frog.
Its pronoun is vibe. We'll go with that.
Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. We love you.